Hey, what's up, YouTube? The big dog's here, and I'm going to be doing a review on this. It's called the ANDBEE. You go on Amazon and type in ANDBEE, capital ANDBEE, ANDBEE 6,000 watt electric scooter. Here, let me turn it on for you guys. Get these lights going here. So there's a button here. Not all of them are the same. There's a button, horn, and then that's for the top ones for these. And then for the lights, you got this. So sidebar lights, and then headlights, and then it gives you a tail light. And then when you brake, when you turn this on, and you go ahead and push the brake, another one comes on. So the other ones are like blue. Some of them are blue. I got this one because it's red. And it comes with turn signals. 6,000 watt, 3,000 watt a motor. Each motor is 3,000 watts. So one of the headlights did burn out when I got it, and I read up the reviews, and someone else said that the headlight, went out too. And I'm hoping I can find them on Amazon with a built-in horn, because I noticed when I took it apart, I looked at the motherboard and it's all like cooked. It's like completely black. It's charcoaled. So I'm like, okay, so that can't be used. But I noticed there's like little holes behind here, and there's a speaker, and I think that's for the horn. And I'm hoping if I buy one on Amazon, they have them, but I don't know if it comes with a horn. So I'm gonna I just don't know what to do. But yeah, one headlight did burn out. Unfortunately, when I first got it, it was like at least the second day I got it. I was pretty bummed out. But all you pretty much do is, there's a wire right here. 2 wires. As you can see, each wire goes to each light. All you do is get your new light, cut this, strip it, reattach the wires, and it'll turn on. And hopefully your horn will, at least, I mean, both of them have holes in them, so I think one should like cover up for the other, but still, I mean, if you guys know where to get them, that'd be awesome to let me know. But make sure you tighten everything when you get your scooter, because I noticed just yesterday, I've had this thing for about 2 months now, and I've already put about, 400 miles on it. And I already noticed my front wheel was really loose. Not really loose, but I tightened it. It was loose. And it made it solid. It made everything real compact, solid. It made it a lot stiffer. So just make sure you go over everything. I mean, even these were loose. So tighten those. I mean, just get a wrench and just go over everything. Literally. Tighten this. Make sure your brakes are aligned. I mean, if you have a tool for that, make sure those are correctly tight. Just make sure everything is good. But it goes 60 miles an hour. It says it goes 55 on the website, but I've taken this thing up full speed and it goes about 61. It starts, it stops at about 60, and then it, if you go down a hill or something, it'll pop up to like 61. But yeah, this thing has a lot of torque. There's another one on the website that has like a glass board right here with lights instead of the actual light bar. It's like a glass. It's like a plexiglass in between the layers. They have them there. They have it here. I bought that one too and returned it because the front wheel, it was a lot bigger, and when I drove it, the whole front wheel was just wobbling. I mean, I sent it back for repair, and they sent it back to me, said they fixed it. It wasn't fixed. And I was like, yeah, I think because I bought this one first, and I was like, I think I want this one back. So I just bought this one back because they both go the same speed. And then this one has a 65 mile range. The other one has a 75 mile range. But to be honest with you, I don't push my battery past 30% anyways. It's not good for your battery. So, and I'm not, relying on this thing to get me anywhere. So, I mean, it still goes really far. It still goes a lot faster than the other one. This one does burnouts. I mean, the front wheel does burnouts, believe it or not. I mean, you can do a burnout for at least 30 feet before you start. I mean, but another complaint I have is this rear shock is very, that's one good thing about the other scooter is it had 2 shocks instead of 1. And each shock was rated for like, what, 2,000 pounds? I think. Or like 1,000 pounds each. This one is, I think I have to buy another one. Screw it in here. Because this one bottoms out real easy. I mean, as you guys can probably see, you don't have, I mean, it stops right there. I mean, I'm already standing on it right there. I'm already standing on it. But when you hit a pothole, it bottoms out, and it's just, I don't want to hit a pothole too hard, because if you bottom it out too bad, you'll bend your rim, and if your rim gets bent, that means you got to take this wheel off, go in here, this cord, all the cords get shoved in here. You got to pop this off. It's glued on, so you got to hit it with a rubber mallet. And then unplug it, you know, replace the motor. That's probably like $100. You know, so just don't drive it over potholes. It says it's made for off-roading, and it may look beefy, but believe it or not, the dimensions of this thing, when you hit a bump, all the weight goes on that back shock. And, you know, the whole front end is like an L. It's stiff. So when you hit a bump, you know, the weight goes like that on the back, and it's terrible. And it comes with a seat too. There's a seat that is mounted here, and if you sit on the seat, then all the weight's really on the back. But the seat has a shock in it too, so it helps that a little bit. But if you're going fast, then it's just pointless. But what I do is I just stand up here and put all the weight on the front, so that way when you hit a bump, it's not as bad. You know, and then just kind of prone yourself forward a little bit. That way you put all your weight toward the front. You just gotta, like, you know, gotta maneuver a bit, but it does fold. That's one good thing about it. You pull this little lever back, if it'll go. You gotta maneuver the headset a little bit, wobble it, and it folds right up, just like a scooter. That easy. So, there you have it. Oh yeah, another thing is, when you get one of these, make sure the tire is at cold. Make sure when it's cold, make sure it's at 50 PSI. This one specifically. This is a 100/65-6.5, and it says max load 50 PSI. So yeah, make sure this tire is pumped up, because I drove it and I experienced a flat because I had it too low and I was going fast, and the air, I guess the bead or the seal didn't seal correctly, and the air came right out, and I'm lucky that my tire is not destroyed, and my motor's not. My motor was hot too, so you can burn up your motor. But now that I pumped up my tire, I get way better efficiency, way better mileage on the battery. It's, you know, I've only had it for about a month, and I didn't know until I just put my hand there, and I was like, oh. So make sure you really check this thing, because anything can happen when you're riding. I mean, I already had to pull a piece of glass out of this knob, one of these knobs. Luckily, it didn't hit right here. It was just in the knob. But, yeah. Other than that, that's about it. Besides, I wish it went a little faster. It only goes 60. But that's really fast. I mean, if you're not experienced. I've been riding bikes since I was a little kid, so you know us, we like speed. We want to go fast, and we want the fastest stuff. I mean, that's how I look at it. So, but thank you guys for watching, and I really hope I see you on the road one day riding, because I've already run into a couple Surons, and I raced them all. And I won because this thing has dual motors and they only have one motor. The Surons only have one motor. So this thing just beat him by just a little bit. I mean, he was creeping up on me though to the right. He was creeping up on me. But there's Surons out there that are faster. I know that. I've seen one go 100. I know this thing. And if you hack them, if you're a hacker, you know how to like take that apart, get in there with a computer and like, you know, hack it or something like that. Oh man, I'm sure this thing has a lot more power than what it says. I guarantee it. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to see you next time. Stay tuned.